It's very strange to think that you can almost create a cult wine out of nothing in somewhere as famous as Bordeaux. And that's what happened to Le Pin, meaning the pine tree. Le Pin started its life in 1979 from a very small plot of land behind the little hamlet of Catered in Pomerol on the right bank of Bordeaux. And this plot of land is Merlot, 100% Merlot grapes. It's no bigger than a few football pitches, and in the middle was a little house, and underneath that was a winery. This is where Jacques Tiampon, from the famous Tiampon dynasty, which also includes Vieux Château Certain, only a few hundred metres away from this property. It's where Jacques Tiampon created Le Pin, and he did this in 1979, so it's only fairly recent history. In doing that, he launched a few wines which nobody even knew about, nobody even heard of. One or two clever people picked up on the quality of this wine, and with a little whispering campaign and clearly a serious glass of wine to go on, its fame grew exponentially. In 1982, when they released the great 1982 vintage, the world knew about Le Pin. Collectors knew about Le Pin. And what happened then, bearing in mind that the winery is tiny, 10, 15, 20 barrels only, sometimes nothing if the vintage is particularly poor. Suddenly, the world, the collectors and the bigwigs who love Pomerol dived in and grabbed bottles. This sent the price through the roof. And today Le Pin is one of the most expensive red wines in the world. What's amazing though is that Jacques Tiampon, the owner, the founder, the man behind this brand, is one of the most affable, most relaxed, most unsnobbish people you could ever meet. He just is fortunate enough to have come up with the plan, came up with a nice name. There's a pine tree behind the winery. He's transformed the winery from being the old rundown house into being a new, slightly more modern facility, which works a little bit easier when you're making the wine. But I can tell you, when you go there and taste, as I do each year, you're standing in a room which is bereft of barrels. I mean, it literally looks like, a little empty, tiny winery. Such is the rarity and scarcity of the stock. So, Le Pin, perhaps this is a wine that you may see once or maybe never in your life. But if a glass does come within any reaching distance of you, you have to grab it, because it's an expression of Merlot that is so pure, so complete, so velvety and so regal. It's absolutely extraordinary.